Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about the Curry Series 7. So retail price is 160 US dollars. A little bit unfortunate because the Curry 12 was 140. Back then they did reduce the price by 20 bucks from the Curry 11 to the Curry 12. Got bumped up to 160 again. Technically a different series now, but pretty expensive. If you're patient enough, doesn't really matter though. They'll eventually end up on sale. As of now, there could be some nasty discount on the Curry 12, depending on your location. I've seen some pairs in my size going for as low as 40 bucks. Man, that's delicious. Anyways, finally some important changes on the new Steph Curry signature shoe, or seemingly important changes. Let's get right into it. As to how the Curry Series 7 performs, cushion is the interesting part because they finally stepped it up a notch here. Well, quite literally up, because this shoe is higher off the ground compared to all the low-top Currys with their flow technology in the past. Dual density flow, they stacked up the midsole height by a good amount, and we finally started to get more of a loaded feeling underneath. I still wouldn't give it a delicious status yet, but it was a notable change if you thought the previous Currys really lacked cushion underneath. Now we know cushion got beefed up, weight got reduced at the same time. Oh my, these are extremely light, 330 grams for my pair. I've only had two shoes ever that are lighter than this, the Li-Ning Gamma and Ultralight 2025. More loaded on feet, even lighter. Traction, they now have a separated flow also, slightly different pattern, but the pros and cons are still about the same. For indoors, it relies heavily on the court condition. I struggled a tiny bit more against dust wearing these, but on a clean surface, amazing performance and a very hard stop every time down the floor. No squeak, this is a completely silent also, as usual. For outdoors, that should be a hard pass to be safe. Durability is a pretty common concern, even though everything depends on your usage. So yeah, excellent traction on fairly clean indoor courts. With the fit, in my opinion, this is the most important part about this video. And as crazy as it sounds, I think you could go half size down this time. That's actually unbelievable, I know. Currys used to be narrow, super tight and snug, so a lot of people had to size up. On the recent models, they've continued to tune the fit in terms of width and length to a point where it now fits long. I tried out my true size as well as half size down. The half size down just fits perfectly. If you have very wide feet, you might as well pass on this shoe instead of sizing up, because that'll be too loose. On a shoe designed for shooters, guards, those who run up and down the court a lot, if you were to have too much empty space inside, that'll probably defeat the purpose. So half size down or true to size, do not size up with the Curry Series 7. Material, this is the part that I wasn't so impressed with, but we can take it, I guess. Excellent breathability, no pinching or anywhere hurting my feet. That's good. Compared to the Curry 11 and 12, I actually thought the materials on those two models were executed to perfection. Some reinforcement in the toe box, whether it's suede, engineered mesh, or the fuse up front, everything was super comfortable and smooth to the touch. Here on the Series 7, it's more of a plasticky upper. You can even say that they feel kind of cheap in hand. Now that's just the texture. Support and containment were surprisingly nice. It's actually not too flexible and you can't twist it easily thanks to the midsole plate, so I'll give them credit for that. Stronger torsional support than a lot of us expected probably. Like, I was worried about my feet protruding out to the side on a lateral stop, but nope, totally fine. The extensive outrigger shape on this model was nice and functional too, especially if you thought the previous Currys lacked some sort of protection on the exterior. Overall, a fun and smooth ride. Excellent performer. I didn't feel like the change was absolutely insane or game-changing, to be honest, but in the cushioning aspect, it was 100% a positive change. Fit is very different this time. Please keep that in mind, or try on a pair in person if you can. I'd rank it pretty high among all the basketball shoes released this year, like a top 10 worthy product. But as always, let me know what you think about the Curry Series 7 down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.